Hi all and welcome back to my channel. This week we are tackling the Christmas decorating. I know I am late to this trend or party or late to the season, and I apologize for that. It's just been a few things going on that took a little bit of precedence, but I apologize for that. I have all this footage ready for you, so let's get straight into the festive season and decorating. We'll also be going over a little bit of a craft DIY situation for our wrapping that I will share with you as well. So really excited for this one, and let's just jump straight into it. So I pull all my boxes out from storage of all of the Christmas decorations, and I'm doing all sorts of silly dancing because I also have my Christmas tunes going in the background, which I love. Anyway, back to it. Yes, I'm pulling them out. One of the things I have gotten this year though is these little solar powered LED lights that I want to replace the old battery powered ones on my wreath for the front door, so it can charge itself during the day, turn itself off during the day, turn itself on at night when it gets dark, switch them over. I also have a few of these through the house and a few through the front garden pot plants as well. So in theory this should work amazingly well. It did work really well for the pot plants. The door though that we have is a bit of an alcove front door plus a veranda, so it's not holding its power as well, it's not charging as well as I would like, and it's not holding its power as long as I would like. So because of that, so in theory, great idea, it doesn't hold as well as I would like, and this is just showing the total amount of glitter. That wasn't even all of it, but the glitter that came off of this wreath whilst I was adjusting it was just insane. And then going out the front to attach it onto the door. So I know you can get a lot of the over the door wreath hanging L-shaped hook bar things, but because we have a fly screen, I just use floral wire or garden wire and just stick it through the holes in the fly screen and then just kind of tie it around like a knot, and that holds it up really well all season. So here I have another string light that I also ordered from the same company that I got those little solar lights from. All I did there was take it out the packaging and rewind it onto a piece of cut cardboard that kind of works like a needle. And then I'm using it to wrap around these snowflakes. So these snowflakes are window ornaments, and I put them into our front windows every year. They are also normally battery powered, but the battery compartments have gotten a little bit old and the lights just aren't working as well as they used to. So I've got these ones to replace it. I'm wrapping it through and around all the way around, and then attaching this onto the next snowflake and then onto the next snowflake. Making sure I check the distance between each of them before I start wrapping the next one. This one is a USB plug-in string light, which works really well. The other reason I'm switching over these lights to the solar ones and this USB plug-in one as well, just as a side note, is because as much as I love the convenience of the battery-powered string lights, they just don't last for the entire season. You need to keep replacing the batteries throughout the season, which is annoying if they're in places like the windows, like I have here, where they're behind everything. And also I feel like the amount of dead batteries that it generates is a little bit wasteful because they do chew through battery power really quick. So I'm trying to switch it over to a little bit of a better economical choice, as it were. And then moving into the other back room to start hanging up my garland above my back door. So I know Tim's going to be a little bit like, oh my, if he watches this video and sees this footage of me nailing. I have 3 holes that are pre-existing above this timber frame from when the door got installed. And I just every year re-hammer in 3 picture hook nails to take the main weight of the garland, and then I use command hooks just to help attach the rest of the garland and down the edges just to hold the ends of the garland in place. Okay, now we're moving on to some of the smaller Christmas decor and putting that up. So our decor is not Pinterest worthy. I won't lie, 100% not Pinterest worthy, but it is a lot of stuff that the children have made. There's a lot of craft things in there that are super, super sweet. Here I'm taking off all of our Chris's and Kun jars and our side ornamental items. The only one that stays really at the end of the day is our Buddha in the corner, because I don't have anywhere to store him during Christmas. But we don't have a mantle or anything like that for the Christmas stockings, so we hang them up on the wall here. And then here I am just unloading a whole heap of Christmas pudding chocolates into the back of this old train that we have, as well as into these vintage Christmas themed cookie tins that I found thrifting and absolutely loved. Everyone was going past them, I guess just not seeing them as something that could be cute, but I thought they were amazing, so I've brought them into the home as a little bit of decor, and I use them to store any additional Christmas themed sweets like candy canes, that kind of thing. And then next I'm moving on to our Christmas tree. So our Christmas tree is one that I have updated recently, last year I think it was, and it is a little different to your normal one because it is technically meant to be a pencil pine. It's faux, but a pencil pine, only because we have such a small space that it is quite difficult to fit a full Christmas tree in like one of the traditional pine ones. So I've got this pencil pine one and it just fits so much better in the space. It does look a little bit odd if you're used to the big bushy Christmas trees, but it really does the job. I use the box that it comes in as a base to kind of elevate it a little bit further. I zip tie the feet onto it and then put some weights in the bottom with some rubber matting underneath. Now this is my favorite part of the tree though, is you get your top pole, hook it onto a spike at the top, add that on, and then you just let it fall down and boom, that is your tree assembled. It is the easiest assemble ever. Love it. So easy. But what I've been doing at this point is then I get the Christmas skirt, Christmas tree skirt to wrap around the bottom to hide the box, fluff out the branches a little bit. I didn't worry about it too much this year because, as I said, it's a pencil pine. There's not that much surface space, which means the decorations really cover everything really quickly anyway. And then I just put the star and the Christmas lights on, and that is where I stop the tree for the daytime, because this was done on the 1st of December, which is when we decorate generally. But I did it whilst our daughter was at school, because she doesn't like to do all the boring things as part of the Christmas decorating. So putting the tree up, putting the lights on, putting the garlands up, all those other bits and pieces she finds really, really boring. But the bit that she loves and she looks forward to every single year is decorating the Christmas tree. So I get the bits that she thinks is boring done and dusted and out the way first, and then when we pick her up from school, when we get home, we decorate the tree together. So as I said, we decorate the Christmas tree together. When she comes home, she has her bag of ornaments that she puts up, and I have my box of ornaments that I put up. The only reason they're separated is because the ones that I put up are glass and ceramic and basically all the breakable ones that are actually precious. A lot of them were gifts from a family member who's no longer with us, so they are very, very precious. So they're the ones that I put up to make sure that they stay safe. And then she has all of the wooden ones, the plastic ones that we've had previously, just all the ones that aren't breakable, basically. A lot of her ones that she's made at school, so we've got like pine cones and baked ones. And I make a point, it took me some training, I won't lie, it took me a while to get used to it, but I do not move a single ornament that she puts up, which means for many, many years the tree is not going to be super Pinterest worthy, but I still think it's amazing at the end of the day. We're making memories together, she's having fun, she looks forward to it every single year, and I think it has that super kind of little bit kitschy, very much lived in, very much a loving kind of children were involved, family, tradition feel to the decorations, which I would not change at all. This is our advent calendar, and I just wanted to quickly share it with you. It's not new, we're putting it up. As you can see, when I took this footage or remembered to actually take the footage, it had already been a few days. The reason I just wanted to show it is because we have had comments about it from friends, etc. in the past. And I just want to quickly show you go over how I did it. So this is a little bit of a DIY project. Again, I'm trying to make things a little more sustainable when and where I can. So this is a reusable one, obviously. It was super cheap. It was from Kmart. I think it was like maybe $5. And all I did was to make it feel a little bit more custom is spray painted some of it, varnished the rest of it. I used just normal PVA craft glue on the back of each drawer and selected a whole heap of pictures off the internet, printed them off at the right size, cut them out, and then PVA glued or Mod Podge kind of styled them onto the back. So every time we have a day used, you turn it around and it's got a new picture. We don't put it in the correct order from 1 to 24 because it's also a little bit more like a scavenger hunt when we mix it up. And I like the fact that its drawers I chose drawers are super deep, so we can put in different kinds of treats. So at the moment we're still doing chocolate because she really, really loves those. But for instance, on the last day when it's the Christmas Eve, she normally gets a little treat or a little present as well, like a hair clip or hair tie kind of thing, or some jewelry, that kind of thing. So really, really good one. And then we're just moving on to final touches in and around the house. So I've got some Christmas themed cushions, throw pillows that are new additions, put some more twinkle lights in a few of the plants around the house, put up some of our Christmas gnomes that my husband and daughter have named Philip and Fred. And then we are moving on to our little DIY. So this DIY is for the labels. It is very, very simple. It is salt dough. Everyone has salt dough. There are a million different recipes on the internet for salt dough. Really, really common to be doing Christmas ornaments at Christmas time with your kids using salt dough because it is flour, salt, and water, and you knead it together. I use my hook kneading attachment in my mixer. I cut the recipe down a lot to make sure I didn't make as much, basically. And then I also added food coloring in off camera to make it a little bit more green, like to make it green and a little bit more Christmassy. And then from there I rolled it out, used shape cutters. I used hearts and circles, rolled them flat, cut out those, used the tip of a piping tip to cut a little circle out of each one of those, and then I used my cookie embosser to put names in it. Bake it in the oven for an hour at 140 degrees Celsius, let it cool down completely, comes out rock solid, and then you can tie it onto your presents, and you have a budget-friendly, environmental friendly, because once you're done with it you can throw it in the compost, or reusable if you prefer, name tags for everyone's presents, and they are also just really super, super cute. Now, one thing I would mention though with these, I love them. I've had so many compliments about them. But one thing I would mention is they are cookies. They are salt dough cookies. So if you have a furry family member, like we have sleeping on the sofa here, I would definitely put something else onto those cookies to stop them eating it. So he ate one a couple of times that I had to remake, and he only stopped after I soaked all of them or brushed all of them with lemon juice. So dogs do not like lemon juice. So yeah, if you do have a pet and you're wanting to use these methods, then definitely put some lemon juice on top as well, and that should stop them from eating the tags while they're under your tree. The other way to avoid it, obviously, and if you're going to be reusing them every year, is use polymer clay to make them, and it looks really, really well. And then I'm just using recycled brown craft paper as the wrapping paper, and 100% cotton red and white butcher's twine as the ribbon on all of our presents this year. And then once the tags are baked all the way through and dried, I use a paint pen on the back of them to write who it's from, and then using some more of the butcher's twine, put that through the hole and then tie it onto the top of each present. Oh, I did also, forgot to say, use a baking glitter, so an edible shimmer dust on the top of them, just to give them a little bit more Christmas sparkle as well. But it is very eco-friendly. Everything on this present, excluding the sticky tape, can go into the compost bin or the recycle bin. And that's the finished present with the wrapping. You can also put present toppers on top, but I think it's really cute just as is and kind of with that raw feel to it. This is them under the tree and the tree finished being decorated. So we're just going to go through a couple different after shots now for you basically. So that is it done. There were a few finishing touches to the decor that I didn't film. So for instance, the snowflakes, the tree there. I did also add a bunting to the garland of Santa's sled and reindeer, which I thought was really, really cute. It's like kind of made it feel a little bit more polished. But that is it for me, guys. It is not only that is not only it for me for this week, that is it for me for this year. I'm actually going to take a few weeks off just from posting. And I'll start up again in the new year, mid to late January, because I just want to spend the next few weeks and this festive season focusing on spending time with my family, making gingerbread houses, all the good things. So and it's summer here as well, so lots of beach days, that type of thing. So I just really, really want to focus on all of that. So I'm just going to finish it off with a few of the evening shots as well when it's super lit up and glittery. But I hope you all have an amazing Christmas, a very happy new year. I hope you all enjoy your festive season, and I'll see you in 2022 with my next video. Bye guys.